Hi, lovely students and friends. This is your chance to do your yoga practice on your own while you're away from the studio until everything can be us coming together again, however that's going to look. If you could please have a glass of water close by, that'd be great. And have a little sip of water before you begin. We're going to do a 60-minute class here, and then if you want to add a little bit more, I've got a second video that you could do. So we'll begin right at the front of the mat with sun salutations. So as usual, just start with the balls of the feet together and the heels apart, so you get that nice opening right in through the hips. Now take the arms down alongside the body and just press the palms down. Draw your chin back slightly so you feel a sense of length right through the top of the head. And let the palms press down actively to the floor so you open up through the shoulders. Let the tailbone drop, pull up from the rib cage to get that lock, that Uddiyana Bandha, and then we'll start with our first sun salutation. Take an inhale, breathe the arms up, gazing up at the palms. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. I'm just about to eat a flower. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch right at the shins. Exhale, fold forward. I didn't plan this. Take the legs back. And then coming into the left into your side plank, take an in-breath, open the chest. And then breathing in, take the arm over, get a good, beautiful reach. And then windmill that arm around. Rotate to the other side, opening the chest. Inhale, and then again, extend. Inhale and lengthen right out from the side waist. Windmill that arm around. Come on back into your plank. Now send the heels out, really charge the heels out as you pull up from the rib cage, and then just do a little giggle, do a little just to get the core activated. Now send the heels back, do a couple of bounces back so you're warming up in through the feet. And then you can bend the knees, push the pubic bone, tailbone forward, and then coming up, point the toes, breathe into your sphinx as the elbows come back. And you're gazing at a beautiful flower. And then you breathe in again, exhale, child's pose back, release the weight of the forehead to the floor. Take a good couple of breaths here as you spread the fingers and really palm the mat as you pull the core back. The weight of the head is dropped. I've got mine lifted just for the mic, but you can let your head go completely. And then on your next inhale, gaze up, take the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, lift and arc the back, lift the eyes, exhale, rise into your downward dog. You've got your lift of your bum bones up into the ceiling, and you're letting the heels drop. Now you'll feel on the exhale, you really pull the core in and up to lengthen through the spine. The head dangles. So you get a wonderful traction through the back of the neck. And again, you keep on feeling the inner thighs move back. Now let's bend down for a moment back into child's pose. Take the palms forward again. Take an inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale, child's pose back with the toes tucked under. Gaze up at the palms to get a bit more stretch of the upper back. Take in one more deep breath. And then take the arms over to your left. And draw your right waist back. So you exhale, release the weight of the forehead, coming down, pulling the right waist back as you breathe. And one more breath, palming the mat out there and the floor. And then you breathe in, come on up. Come on over to the right, draw the left waist back. Release the weight of the forehead, keeping the toes tucked under. Pulling that left waist back as you breathe in and out through the nose. One more breath. Now you can breathe in. Come on back up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders again. Inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale, rise into your downward dog. Now you can gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, and then step the feet forward to the hands. Come on, halfway up, nice flat back as you reach out. Exhale, fold forward, bend. Breathe in, scoop the arms up overhead, bring the palms together, and then exhale the hands to center. Inhale again, gazing up, open through the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward, dive out with the chest and the top of the head, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, jumper step the legs back. Coming into your plank, turning to your left. You can bend the underside knee in your side plank, or you can keep the legs straight. Take another inhale, extend the arm up, lengthen from the waist. And then you can windmill that arm around, rotate to the other side. Take an inhale, open the chest, underside waist lifts. And next inhale, extend the arm, reach, lengthen from the waist, beautiful reach. And then you can windmill that arm around. Come on back to your plank. Now reach the heels out, strengthen the core. Do your little half a giggle, do a little is to get the core activated. Now take the heels to the outside and charge the heels back. Really pull up from the core. Inner thighs are moving towards the ceiling as well. Pull the shoulder blades down. I can already feel the heat. And then step the feet together. One more time. Come wide. Okay, together I lied. Come again. Wide. Keep going. And reaching out. Keep the inner thighs moving towards the ceiling. Coming back. 2 more. Swear to God. Last one. Coming wide. Come together. Now bend the knees. Keep the toes tucked. Push the pubic bone forward and then lower down. Hands are beside the chest. Press into the palms. Press into the tops of the feet as you sphinx the body up. Gazing straight ahead, not a lift of the chin. So it's a little bit more relaxed stretch of the neck. One more breath. Keep the elbows pressing back. And then exhale, child's pose back for a single breath. Coming back, release the weight of the head. And then come on all the way back up, taking the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, arc the back. Exhale, rise into downward dog. And of course, at any time, if you feel tired, if the pace is a bit much, work at your own pace. Just avoid going to make a cup of coffee or something. Try to stay with the practice. Did I catch you? Making coffee? Pull the bum bones back. Can you let your head dangle and pull your shoulder blades down the back? Keep the inner thighs moving back. And we've got one more breath. Core pulled up. Here we go. Now gazing up, come up onto the tiptoes. Step the feet forward to the hands. Come on, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, bend. Breathe in, scoop the arms up, draw the palms together, and exhale the hands to center. Inhale again, gazing up, open through the chest. Pardon me. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jumper step the legs back, reaching back through the heels. Taking an inhale, send the heels back strongly, shoulder blades back. Now we're going to turn to the left. I just wanted to orient your body. Come into your side plank. And of course you can be bending the underside knee because that's great too. And then another inhale, extend out right from the side waist. Breath. And then windmill that arm around. Rotate to the other side. Lift, drawing that shoulder blade back. And then another inhale as you lift the underside waist, opening from the chest, rib cage lifts. Breathing in, come back. Center heels out, pulling the inner thighs towards the ceiling. Now take your legs wide, get the heels reaching back, and then step the feet together. And again, come on wide. Ribs are in and together. And wide, reaching the heels out and together. Keep the breath constant. And wide, one more time. And together. Good, now bend the knees. Scoop the tailbone and the chest forward. Hands are beside the chest. Point the toes for sphinx. Press the elbows in. Looking ahead. It feels like you're pulling your hands back, but they stay put. It's that activation of the palms down and back. And as you keep pressing the feet down, that gives you a bit more leverage for your low back. And you can open through the chest. Looking up a little further now. Little further, little further. And then gently release down to neutral. Take an inhale. Exhale, child's pose back. Release the weight of the head. Come back up to all fours. Hands are under the shoulders, taking them under. Tuck the toes under, take an inhale. And exhale, rise, lifting into downward dog. Good. In your downward dog, take the left leg straight up. Reach up through that heel, bend the heel in, and then circle the knee out. So you're opening. You want to send the knee high now. Reach, 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 reach. And then extend the leg out, and then come down. Here we go, taking the right leg up. Lift through that heel. Bend the heel in. Circle that knee out. Try to come really out and high as you lift. And breath. And breath. And then extend that leg out. Get a good reach right through the heel, right from the core. And then come back down. Center your downward dog coming into the middle. Pull the hips back. Let the head fall. Now you can gaze up, tiptoes. Jump or step the feet to the hands. Come on, halfway up. Nice flat back. Stay here for a moment. Just let your shoulders slide down. Make sure the hands are just touching so you're not pushing up. You're just using this to orient. That's where you're landing. And then on your exhale, fold. Now breathe in, draw all the way up, lift from the rib cage, pressing the palms together. And exhale to your center. Right into the next one. Inhale, gazing up, open from the chest. Exhale, fold forward, lift the eyes to fold you forward. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jump or step the legs back, come into your side plank. Might be this version, bent leg version, or might be our legs straight. Inhaling, exhale. Then inhale, extend this arm out. And then inhale, back, exhale rather, rotate to the other side. Inhale, opening the chest, exhale. Breathe in, extend that arm over, lengthen from the waist, and then exhale. Taking that arm down, reach out through the heels, let the inner thighs move up towards the ceiling, come into your giggle, do a little so you can get the core Pillsbury dough poked up. And then take the legs a little wider, just hip width apart. Now dunk your right knee down, pull the ribs in, and then straighten the leg. Left leg down, and then straighten the leg, and right leg, and straighten, and left, and right, like you can't decide. Keep reaching. Keep the rib cage in. Keep the shoulders down. Keep your breathing constant. And try to do a little giggle at the top, do a little if you can, even if it's not funny. And keep reaching. And 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Step the feet together. Bend the knees. Draw the pubic bone chest forward, lower to the floor. Press the tops of the feet down. Feel like you're pulling your palms back as you press the feet down. Pubic bone tucks down as well. Now lift the eyes a little higher, opening through the chest. Keep the elbows pressing into the torso. And 2 more breaths. Good. Then inhale, release to neutral. Exhale, child's pose back for 3 breaths. Let's do a good counter stretch. Release the weight of the forehead. Get the palms way out there. You're pulling back from the core strongly. Again, it's that exhale that pulls the belly button in. Breathing. And then you can come on right back up. Take the hands right under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale. Lift the eyes. Arc the back. Exhale, exhale, and rise into your downward dog. Here we go again. Lifting the left leg straight up in the air. Keep the leg straight this time. And reach out through the heel. Get the leg long, long, long. Again, pulling up from the core. And then take that leg down. Here we go, reach the right leg up. Lift, press through that heel, extend, pulling up from the core, lengthen, reach the heel, super long, really reach, and then come down. Good. And now coming back to your center, pull up from your downward dog, pull the core back. The head is dangling. Take 1 more deep breath. Now on your inhale, gaze up, tiptoes, step or jump the feet to the hands, come on halfway up. I always do a step now, and then exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, scoop the arms up, draw the palms together, gazing up, and then exhale to center. And again, we'll go right into the next one. Take an inhale, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend, reaching out. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. And then exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, jumpers, step the legs back. Good, rotating over to the left side. Either bend the knee or keep the leg straight for your side plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, and then extend that left arm out. Lengthen from the side of the waist as you reach, and then on your inhale, come back. Rotate to the other side, big in-breath, chest is open, draw the shoulder blade back, and bring the arm over for the next inhale. Extend, reach, and then windmill that arm around. Keep your breathing constant. Now reach out through the heels, so you've got strong inner thighs really moving back. Pull up from the core. Now, this time, step the feet together and then take your left leg way out. So you're going to touch and then come back. And way out on the right and back. And left leg out and back. Keep the core solid. The right leg out and back. And again, really reach with the heel. So the legs are very long through the back of the heel. The Achilles reaches out and back. Just 108 more. Just kidding. Left leg, and we've got 3 more. 3 more. Reaching. Keep the core strong as you can, and then draw the right leg in. Bend the knees. Scoop the tailbone forward, chest forward. Lower into your Sphinx. Press the tops of the feet down. The elbows come back. You're breathing in as you lift, gazing ahead. Now as you press the tailbone down, the pubic bone will press forward. And then you press into the arms and breathe. A little bit hard to talk in this one. And then you can exhale. Child's pose, the bum back for a single breath. Release the forehead. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, arc the back. And then exhale, rise into downward dog. Lifting from the hips. Good, now for this position, take the left leg up in the air, take the heel in, and then send that left knee high. So you're looking to your left, and you push into both palms. Send the knee high to open up through the quad, and then reach the heel out. Long, 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 straight like you're pressing a brake. And then come on down. Here we go, reach the right leg up, lift, extend out through that heel as you reach. Extend, 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 extend. Bend the heel in, turn to the right. Get that knee high as you open. Beautiful reach. And then extend that leg out. Coming down. Good, you're back to your center. Pull up from the core in your downward dog. Get the inner thighs moving back. And now on your next inhale, gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, and then step the feet forward to the hands. That's a big inhale. Then you exhale, fold forward. And now breathe in, lift, come all the way back up. And then exhale the hands to center. Before you can change your mind, come into the next one, breathing in, gaze up, open through the chest. Go, stay for just a moment, press the palms together. Slide your shoulder blades down. I'm a little winded. Just taking a moment to breathe and settle. Good, and now we'll take one more inhale. Exhale, fold forward, right from the low back, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, step the legs back. Rotate to the side, take a lift up with the top arm. Of course, the underside knee can be bent. Breathe in, extend that arm over. Windmill the arm around. Come on back to your center. Rotate to the other side. Breathing open. And then you can extend that arm out. Come on back to your center. Keep the heels reaching out. Body is strong. lifting the rib cage. Now take the legs wide and then together. We'll do that 2 more times. Wide, keep the heels reaching together. Why not do a giggle, do a little as you send the heels out. Now have the legs together and then just touch the left leg out. Come on back. Right leg is out, keep the core in. Left leg is out, core in. Right leg is out. We've got 4 more. Out and out and out. Get that left heel reaching, left heel, and now right heel reaching. Good, and now breath. Exhale, lower, bend the knees, toes stay tucked. Scoop the tailbone forward. Press into the palms, press tops of the feet down, breathe in, gaze up. Lifting, press the pubic bone down. Press the palms into the floor as the elbows come back. Lifting from the rib cage. And then release to neutral. Take a breath in. Exhale back into child's pose for a single breath. And then you can come on all the way back up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, arc the back. And then exhale, rise into downward dog. Getting the bum bones lifting. Now pull up from your core strongly. Let your heels just drop. And again, keep the inner thighs moving back. Really good. Now just a couple more breaths. And one more breath. Good. Now stay in the downward dog and bend your knees in. Come up onto the balls of the feet. You're right on the toes. The heels are high. Now just looking up. We're getting a little bit more of a stretch and also strengthening through the arms. But you're lifting the chin. I want you to see how high up you can look. And then let the head dangle. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, really press the bum bones up. Take 3 breaths here. The tip of the bum, the bend of the knees tips the bum up rather, so you get that really nice rise. The shoulders are still sliding down the back, and your breath is steady. Okay, excellent. Now you gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes, and step the feet forward to the hands. Come on, halfway up, stay here, and pull back from the core as you extend the torso forward. Then you're in a great position to fold. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, scoop the arms up, drawing right up to your center, pressing the palms together, and then you can exhale the arms right down to center. Very nice. Okay, great warm-up, circulatory warm-up, the sun salutations. Now we'll take the feet hip-width apart. Take the hands to the waist like a superhero. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Now you can exhale, fold forward. Grab onto the big toes, first 2 fingers. The thumbs are on the outside. Now you breathe in and you gaze up. Here we are from the side. It's a flat back as much as you can. Now I'm saying that like it's easy. If you need to do this, do a wonderful bend of the knees. Let the elbows, if they're bending, bend to the outside. On your exhale, really pull the core up. And then if you have short legs like me, maybe you can straighten your legs and come into a longer legged forward fold. Just feel for the best position. And one more breath. Excellent. Now you can breathe in, gaze up. Exhale the hands to the waist, flat back, keep the knees soft. Breathe in, lift. Come all the way up. And now we'll take that left heel back and turn that left heel out. The right toes are to the front. And you're just lifting from the rib cage to come into Tadasana. Let your crown of your head rise. Draw the left rib cage back. Make sure your feet are in the right position so the inside of this heel is in line with the inside of this heel. And then you feel that rise, breathe in, exhale over to the right. Draw that left shoulder back as you glide potentially down. Please keep the left hip back. Keep your chin in slightly as you turn the gaze up towards the ceiling. And you keep that top left shoulder back. Lifting from the rib cage. Lengthening. Not too much weight in the supporting, like not supporting in the hand, but really it's more you're pulling back from here. And breath. Now look down to balance. Breathe in, lift. Draw all the way back up. Let's rotate this. Turn the right heel out. Turning to the back. Gaze beyond the middle finger of that side. Draw the ribcage back. Lift through the crown. In breath. And then exhale over to the left. Now for me, that's as far as I can go on this side. So sometimes you'll have really different sides. And because of my back curve, that's as far as this side goes. So just feel for your best region where you can breathe into instead of using your mind or your brain for ambition. See if you can breathe, open the body to find the truest pose. The shoulder is back. One more breath. Breathing. Here we go. Breathe in. Come on all the way back up. Now we'll turn back to the front of the mat. Bring the hands into prayer position. Now we'll take your left leg back. Take the hands to the waist. Bring your right foot over to the right so the body is square to the front. Take the hands onto the waist. Press the elbows back. Open through the chest. Extend the arms up. Come into the position that your right knee is at a right angle. And open from the chest, a slight arc. Press the back heel down, pull up from the torso, zipper up right from the belly button, up, 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 and opening the chest, gazing up, shoulders are back, lifting the rib cage, keeping the breathing constant. 3 more breaths. Lengthen and reach, open the ribs. Excellent. Now you can take that left hand down, take it on the outside of the right knee, turn and open through the chest. The front right knee is directed forward, chest is open. Great. Now come down either to the elbow or to the hand, push and turn to the right. The back left leg is strong and you keep the body squaring forward so belly button faces down. And then take both hands, look down to that right knee and come all the way back up. Lift from the rib cage, lift from the rib cage. Keep pressing the back heel down, breathing steadily. Now step your back leg forward. Here we go. Now take the right leg back, lift from the rib cage, opening through the chest, square the hips. Keep the nice lengthening as you press that back heel back. Lengthen and extend through the arms. Lift from the rib cage. Do come to a right angle on that front knee. Lift. 2 more breaths. Actually 3. Keep the rise. And you can start lifting. Pull right up, zipper up right from the belly button up, and feel if you can come into an arc on that side. Feel the breathing to do so. Get the back heel reaching up. Lengthen for 2 more breaths. Keep that back heel active. Rise from the rib cage. 1 more breath. And I say this all very calmly, but this is a big pose. So you're going to turn. Look, whoop, look, whoop. Look back. Feel that left knee directing forward. The right hip draws back. Lengthen from the rib cage. Keep that lift. Let the arm come back, opening the chest. Now you can take that right arm down. Back leg is strong. Turn to the left. Keep your chin in slightly so the top of the head reaches out. Keep the front left knee directed forward so the hips square. You're not rotating so the belly button can stay down to the floor. Then you can breathe in. Grab to the left knee. Lift from the rib cage. Opening into the psoas. So you want to really pull up from here. Feel that, again, that zipper up of the core lifting. So you can really open up through the psoas on that back right quad. And then You can take the hands down and come on back. And from here, we'll come right into a kneeling position. So just coming into a nice relaxed kneel, and or you could have the legs in front. So whichever position feels right. And then just take a moment to breathe and center. Okay. Now, starting from your tabletop position, let's take a cat round. Let's start with a dog tilt, taking an in-breath. Lift the eyes, tip the bum up to the ceiling. And then exhale and round the spine, looking back. Feel like you're pressing your palms through the floor. Breathe in, gaze up, lift the eyes, lift the chin. Exhale, round. Really get into this. Take your time to work at your own pace. Maybe it feels better to spend more time in one part of the lift or one part of the round. Just feel for the best place. Breathing in, gaze up, lift the eyes. And again, or wherever you are in the range. Again, feel like you're pressing your palms through the floor. And let's take 2 more rounds. The breath is the rhythm that you need in and out through the nose as a constant streaming in and out. And exhaling. Okay, wonderful. Now from here, we'll take the legs straight in front. And you can have the heels reaching out and come right to the very front of the bum bones. It's your bum. Just pull those bum bones back and get lifted right up from the base of your spine. Now, Tadasana, or rather staff pose, is a brilliant way to help to get the leverage right from your low back. So take your hands right beside the hips. Press into the palms. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, and then exhale, tuck your chin. And you're looking down. It's kind of a good cleavage shot, too. Keep pressing into the palms as you pull the toes back. You're lifting from the rib cage. The heels are reaching out, quads are active. One more breath. Press the palms. Here we go. Inhale, take the arms up. Now exhale, turn to your right. Lift from the rib cage. Let the hands come wide. The shoulders are down, so try not to have them forward or up and down. And then rise into the middle. Breathe in, lift, gaze up in between the hands. Exhale over to the left. Keep the rise from the low back. So see if you can avoid sitting back. So you work along the base of the spine, muscles, and then you breathe into the middle. Extend up again. And now exhale and a forward fold over the legs as you reach out. You can pull back right from the baby toe side so the toe base comes straight across and you get a reach out. Now lift from your low back. Please know that this is really, really challenging. So if it seems like you're really high up and your knees are bent and your hamstrings are screaming, yeah, I remember. And this pose is the basis of all other poses. So once the forward fold becomes more something that you can get a good lift from, the more you can come into other poses. So it's worth it to spend some extra breaths in forward bends. When I first started my practice, I did forward bends for about a year. Just had to get the back even from the scoliosis to try and get more range. So sometimes we have to spend a lot more time in one pose. And then you can breathe in. Let's rise again. Lift from the rib cage. Take the hands behind. Turn the fingers in. Feet apart. Bend the knees. Press into the feet. Scoop the tailbone up. Lift from the rib cage into tabletop. And you're bridging the tailbone out. Now, if you need to stay on your bum like this, that's great too. And what you can do is push, lift from the chest. Send the chest forward, lift the chin to the ceiling. The head will come back a little differently, maybe not as much. If you're doing the full lift, we've got 2 more breaths, then send the tailbone out. As you do, let the head come all the way back, and 1 more breath. And then you can breathe in, lift the chin, come all the way back down. Now we're going to take the right leg in front, and you have the option of pressing the right foot into the inner thigh, or you can take the foot to the top of the thigh. Now, this can be a little nasty on the quad, so just notice if it's cutting, but it will help to break up tension in the quadriceps. So you're doing a lift from here, attempt to square forward, so try not to turn, and then extend out over that leg, the toes draw back. You get a really good reach forward. The shoulders are back as you extend out, but more than anything, see that you can extend out as opposed to try to get down, and that will get the lift right from your low back. You want to feel the shoulders down, so don't attempt to pull forward from there. Keep your breathing steady. And I'm smiling because I give you these instructions and I'm like, just do this. And I'm so aware of how challenging it is to remember all of the cues and also to stay long and breathe. So be really realistic with, catching all the instructions at one time. And then you're going to breathe in and lift. Now take this foot up in the air and take the elbow over, grab onto the foot and pull the leg in. So we're doing like a pigeon, and you want to turn that knee out as much as you can as the ankle comes in. Now lift the eyes, pull in, and either stay here because it's wonderful, or if you can do half lotus, and I'm thinking of some of you now that can, then you can take the foot into half lotus. There's the option to grab the back arm. There's the option to grab the foot, and then you extend forward. If you're doing the other one, stay where you were with the leg coming up, so you might be like this, or you can just have have the arms come forward, so you reach out from here, and you pull the toes back as you extend. Now get that good reach as wherever you are. So if you're here, get the pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. So attempt not to let the low back round. You're getting that rise. It's very proud. It's very peacock-like as you pull that elbow in and as you get that beautiful, beautiful rise. In every position now will all come back up. And then you can extend and reach the heel out, lift from the rib cage. Let's come up, take that left heel in, press the foot to the inside of the thigh, breathing in to lift, and extend forward over the leg as you reach forward. Get tall right from the spine as you reach, so you can get more of a stretch out from that left low back as you come forward. Draw the toes back. The other thing that happens is the heel reaches out as the toes pull back, and you're again right at the front of the hips. Breath. Now, on the next rise, inhale and come up. And then you can take that leg in. Come on around the leg as you pull the leg up high, coming into your pigeon. And you can keep the toes pulled back. That just, gives integrity right in here. I just said sorry to the mic. And pull the leg in and see if you can get a really good lift right from your rib cage in whatever position works for your body. Stay to the front of the bum bone so you get that lift from your low back. And if it's possible, you can either stay here, or if you are a half lotuser, you can take that foot, try to keep the foot flexed, toes back, and then take the opposite arm around, grabbing onto the foot, extending forward over the leg. Or, of course, you can hold on to the arm. Either way helps you to square off of this left hip, and then you extend forward. Once you've reached, you can drop the chin so that the gaze comes to the toe. And if you're in this position, come into your wonderful lift from the low back. So attempt to be right to the front of the bum bones the whole time. There's this sense of lift as you pull up and the toes are coming back. We're accentuating the longest spine in all the poses. And then finishing whichever version that you're in, you can take this left leg out and reaching out from the heel. Now, the next pose, you take your left hand, we're going to take it under, and you're going to grab onto the same left foot, And you're going to use your opposite hand to coax the heel in. Now this is a big pose. You're going to take the heel into the pubic bone, potentially, and then you're going to be on the top of your foot. So if you remember Barbie doll, she had that eternal I can wear heels foot, so it's kind of like that. Now, if that's a little nasty in through the knee here, what you would do is take the foot out, then you've got less pressure on the cruciate ligament on the inside, and you can come forward like that. If you can do this, it's brilliant because you'll get out from your left hip more. You're pressing into the ball of the foot. The heel is pressing into the perineum. You're lifting from the rib cage in breath. The extension forward is that beautiful reach out that you're getting that length right from your hip as you come forward. And as you can see, you want to square your hips to the front. So the right hip pulls back, left waist pulls back, and you get out over the leg to whatever range your breathing gives you with the long reach of the chest out. And you draw the toes back and you keep your breathing steady. Get a wonderful reach. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Again, the shoulders are drawing back. And then you can breathe in and lift and come all the way back up. And now we'll extend the foot out and just come to the front of the bum bones again. Get that wonderful rise from your low back. And then taking your opposite foot in. You can grab onto the foot, pull the heel in really snugly. And these toes are pulling back. Get the heel into the perineum, or take the heel out just a little so that you've got less pressure on the inside knee, and extend forward. In either position, you're reaching out and you're pulling the toes back so you get a wonderful length coming right out from the low back. The breathing is steady. Getting your reach. As much as you can in whichever position. If your leg is up, lift from your low back. If you're in the seated pigeon, pulling the leg up. And then you can breathe in and lift. And now draw that leg back out. Now we'll take the left foot in again. This time the foot is just in front of the sitting bone. So you'll notice if you have the foot too tight, it might feel a little bit tippy. So you want to make sure the foot is not right beside. It's out about 4 inches. And then you extend your same arm forward over the leg. Now, the back of the arm presses into the shin and you extend forward. Now, if that's a piece of cake, then you're going to take your arm around, grab onto the other hand, and fold yourself forward. So we've got that wonderful reach right out from your low back as you come out. So there's your lift, there's your reach. And as you extend, you're pressing the back of the arm in either position to give you that propulsion forward. It's brilliant to come out of your right low back. And see if you can keep your left foot, the toes back, and the heel reaching out as you stay with your wonderful, wonderful strong reach. And you lengthen out. Beautiful breath. One more breath. Now stay here if it's fabulous, and that goes for every single pose. If you're in a pose and you're like, oh my goodness, is this ever helping my back or my shoulder or my neck? If there's anything that ever happens in that place, please stay there. I love to do that, and I think I'd love for you to love that too. Like just notice those places where you're like, oh my goodness, I need this. And then extend that leg out. And hopefully that does happen. Now take that foot in. You've got the heel right in front of the bum bone, not too close. Take the arm over, showing from the side. I need a lazy Susan. And you keep that heel reaching out. Use this hand for balance. Push out. Take the arm around. Find your best pose. Again, you might press the back of the arm into the shin to get you forward. Now, if you are able to do this wrap, and please know that I've seen about 5% of people do this. So why am I demonstrating it? I have found that this pose, not that you asked, this pose gives an incredible rotation open of the shoulder joint, and it has helped me with my neck tension. So I love to pull the shoulder down, and this is the ultimate way to do it. So if you do not have the full pose happening, even the press of the heel down of the hand will help to draw the scapula down, shoulder blade, and that will give you more length through your neck. So watch this. If my shoulder blade comes down, there goes my neck. I'm longer, and you can really reach out. And you get that Audrey Hepburn neck, and you get that reach, and you get the shoulder down, and your esophagus is open. And if you are a rapper, the hand that wraps grabs. So rapper, hand grabs the other, you're pulling down, you're reaching forward, and you're breathing. And the toes pull back. The beautiful thing about these poses is you're using your upper body to stretch your lower body. It's an incredible lever that pulls you out. And then plus you can also like move into party tricks. So it's always good to deepen the pose. If it hurts, it's okay. If it's the hurt, that's okay. Keep listening to the ability that's there rather than thinking about what you can do. Now take the leg in, and then let's come on to the back. You've done some deep stretches in your low back. So let's come a little deeper and come into happy baby and press the low back down into the floor. And then do a gentle rock side to side. And you want to feel the whole back into contact with the floor. Now cross the left ankle over and then grab onto the feet and pull the ankles across. Fabulous stretch through the low back. One of my very favorites. And see if you can pull the feet a little further, a little further, a little further. Coming into the outside hips. And then breathe in, bring your legs up. Recross, bring the right ankle over. Left behind. Come into your breath. Pulling across. Stay with your breathing. Wonderful stretch. A little further if you can. A little further. And then you can gently release. Great. Take the legs straight in the air. Let the left leg come down. Now draw the right leg in, and you can hold on anywhere behind the leg. And if it's possible, you can grab onto the foot if you have short legs. And you get the toes pulling back, the heel is reaching up, your shoulders are back, and then lift the upper body towards the leg. If the elbows bend, let them bend out. That opens through the throat, and it just gives you an open chest and lungs. The opposite heel is reaching out as you lift and lengthen. Stay with a nice full breath. Letting the elbows bend to the outside again if you're lifting, and then you let the upper body down. Now we take the foot over to the right. You grab onto the toe technically, and you hook it. And of course you can grab inside leg. And then bring the leg over, coming to your right. And then turn and gaze to your left, just to get a more of an accentuation of pulling that left side down. And you want to breathe steadily. Be happy that you're so smart, that you came into your practice to take this time to be in your body and to feel the accentuation of areas that just do not get blood, do not get air, oxygen coming in. So you are increasing the capillary density when you do this, which is like weight training. You're increasing the oxidation of your muscles. It's incredible. And then you bring that right leg up. And now you're going to take the leg in one more time, but keep your body down and keep the heel reaching towards you. The toes pull back as you get that heel reaching. And remember, if you need to bend the knee because poor hamstring is just nasty tight, then please do. Keep listening to what your body gives you. Keep the heel reaching out. Keep the toes pulling back. Keep that left foot on the floor active. And breath. And breath. Keep on reaching. 2 more breaths. And keep your body resting back. 1 more breath. And then you can gently release that right leg. Now keep the foot in the air and just come into toe points. You're pointing and flexing. And then shake out the leg, really floppy through the ankle. And then come on into toe circles. So keeping the integrity of the strength of the ankle and the movement in there, like really good rotation. Now pull the toes back, spread the toes as much as you can. This is very good if you get cramps in the night. It's very good for increasing circulation down to the Achilles. We're taking the blue venous blood out of the foot, coming to the heart, and then when the leg comes down, it'll gush with the red arterial blood. And then you release, let go. Let your leg down, and then feel the difference. Let your body rest back and tune into how the right leg feels in comparison to the left, but in a feeling way. Just feel and notice the difference. Take a couple of breaths. Really settle here. Take one more breath. Okay, here we go. Now you're going to take the left leg up and again, grab onto the best place for you. Do draw the toes back so you can get the bottom of the heel, the bottom of the calf going into the Achilles. Draw the leg towards you. The right foot is on the floor. Also, make sure that the head does not press back so you don't lift your chin. You have it neutral, so there's a natural arc in the back of the neck. Reach that left heel out. Keep the right foot on the floor, actively reaching as you extend the left leg out. Again, notice if you need to bend the knee, that's great. You'll get a little bit more into the buttock and into the top of the hamstring if you bend the knee, because it gives a bit of mercy in the back at the bottom of the hamstring. And then keep that reach. Keep the breathing constant. Lift the upper body towards the leg. So you're contracting through the core. And so sorry if I didn't do this on the other side. I'm just realizing. And you want to get that lift and come back down, because I didn't do that on the other side. Just pull the left heel to the ceiling and pull the toes back as you get that reach out. Lengthen through the leg. Keep the foot on the floor active. And then you can grab onto either the inside of the shin to come out, or you can grab onto the big toe. Bring that left leg out to the side. Gaze to the right. Let the right arm be resting out to the side. Your shoulder blades back. The rib cage open. And keep that right heel reaching out on the floor to draw your right waist down. And one more breath. Excellent. Draw that left leg back up. And now again, pull the leg in. See if you can breathe deeply down into the low abdomen. And again, if the elbows are bending, do let them bend to the outside. Keep the toes pulling back as you reach out through the heel. The bend is a little bit towards the shoulder, so it's not over the nose. It's a little bit to the outside. That's the best range for this femur bone. And you keep, again, the toes pulling back as you reach out through the heel. Chin is in slightly, so back of the neck is long. And keeping the breathing full and steady. And breath. And then you can gently release the leg. Let the leg all the way down. Let your body go. Release. Take a moment to just feel the effects on that left leg. That was fabulous. Let everything go. And then take this moment to feel the effects anywhere in the body. It's so wonderful to be an artist and just lie back and feel the canvas you've just made. All the little places, the nadis, the energy centers that you've opened up. And take in one more breath. Great. And now you can bend your knees and we'll gently roll over to your right side and come right up to seated position. Now we'll take the hands right under the shoulders and walk your knees back so you're coming right down. You know what, I'm going to show you from this side. You're going to come right down and have your legs come out. Now take your arms just alongside the body and let the shoulders come forward. So that'll seem like a squeeze. And then you move your hands back towards your feet. Smile, please, because that usually means you're breathing better. Press the tops of the feet down. There can be tension, you think, when you come into a cobra-like action. Now press the feet down. Press the pubic bone down, but more the pubic bone that's squeezing the bum. And let the shoulders come forward. Keep the hands reaching back. Keep the breathing constant. Come into the range that the body brings you into rather than trying to pull up. So breathe open, keep the shoulders down, keep the tops of the feet pressing down. And then you can gently release. Now take the arms up and press through the palms. Press into the elbows, and then breathing in, gaze up and press the tops of the feet down. Pubic bone also presses down, and you take in 3 more breaths. Everything is active. Legs, feet pressing down, ribs pulling up, breathing streaming in and out. 1 more full breath. Excellent. And then you can take the hands right beside the chest. Bending up, press into the knees, and child's pose the bum back. Release the weight of the forehead to the floor. And if you can, pull the tailbone all the way back. Excellent. And then you can slowly draw right up to seated position and just coming nice and tall. Good. And then from this position, we'll come right into breath of joy. So as you know, breath of joy is about, it's an immune, it increases your immunoglobulins, which are kind of what they sound like. They're like little Pac-Men that go in and they eat up viruses that enter, specifically through the respiratory tract. So it's a really valuable cleanser for the lungs. And this is something that I've been doing for years to energize, and I love it. It's very good for working with children with anxiety, youth with anxiety, me with anxiety, and I've turned to this pose forever. So we're going to do 27 pumps. I've often been asked why 27 pumps. Basically because I'll forget, and I was born on the 27th. And then recently I saw a whole bunch of things online about the number 27, so maybe it's supposed to be that number. So now you can just come into your ready position, and if it's really awkward to sit in a kneeling position, take a pillow underneath here or a rolled up towel. Or you can have the legs straight in front, of course. It's just, I find it's quite nice for the breath to be full in this position. So we start with the arms to the outside, and we take an inhale, 27 pumps, and a strong exhale. Here we go. And then relax the arms. We'll take in 3 regular breaths. See if you can keep feeling the space in between the ribs and the hips, so this area is open. Keep on feeling the shoulder blades drop back. The chin is back slightly to keep that nice long neck. And we'll come right into our next round to 27. Here we go. And then relax the arms. Hope you're feeling charged. And again, everything's natural. It's just that you want to keep the length in between this first floating rib and your tip of your hips right here. And that's like a big toothpick that you pull up right from the thumbs here, creating space. And then you've got the ultimate breath for the diaphragm, lots of space. And we'll take in 1 more regular grounding breath. And then here we go, 27 pumps, breathing in. and then 3 regular breaths. So this is something that you can do throughout the day, maybe not in public. And it's a wonderful strengthener also for the breathing muscles, respiratory, and also through the deep shoulder cuff, right in here, rotator cuff. So I love this one for energy. And taking 1 more regular breath. Okay, now from here, let's come right down onto your back, and we'll draw the knees into the chest. Now in this video, I am absolutely trusting that you will come into Savasana on your own, so I'm going to go to the end, and then I would like for you to do a Savasana of approximately 8 to 10 minutes. No more than 10, because sometimes you can get kind of sluggish. So 10 is a really, really good number to go to. So we're going to cross the right ankle over and then stretch the arms up overhead. Turn the palms to the ceiling, pull the toes back, and then inhale and exhale to your left. And gaze to the right. And on your exhale, you can really pull the core in. Stay with your breathing. One more breath. Beautiful. Breathe in, draw back up. And now you can uncross that right leg, recross the left, flex the foot, press that left knee out, bend over to your right. Gaze to your left. I've got the arms up high like a V. Feel free to take them out. That didn't sound right, but to take them to the right spot to get that nice opening in through your left hip. Just let your body release back. You're open through the throat and the chest. One more deep breath. Keeping your body nice and released back. And then you can breathe in, come all the way back up. And then uncross that left leg. Bring the legs straight out. And in this pose, we're going to come right into fish. So you can bend one knee. I find I bend the left. It can be right or left. And you take the arm under. The thumbs will overlap, as you know, underneath the body. And then you're pressing the elbows into the floor. Point the toes. Lift from the rib cage. And with all of the weight in the elbows and in the forearms, keep pressing down as the legs activate, as you're gazing back. And the chest is open. Stay with your breathing. Keep on pressing into the forearms. Let's go for 3 more breaths. Keep on breathing in and out through the nose. You might even go a little further. Notice if you can press into the elbows and come on to the very back of the head. It's basically the top of the head or the back towards the, it's like the top a little bit towards the front. And 2 more breaths. So I added a breath there. Just to really open the throat. 1 more breath. And then with all the weight in the elbows, gently lower down. So we went a little longer. Now let the arms rest to the side for a moment. Let your whole body soften into the floor. Feel yourself sink. Good. And then let your head gently roll from side to side. Okay? Just a nice little roll. Draw your knees up into your chest. Pull the knees wide. Breath. Nice and tucked. Bending the elbows to the outside. Do a little gentle rock side to side. Stay with your breathing. One more breath. Wonderful. And then you can let your heels drop. Now extend your legs out and come right into Shavasana. So completely let go. Let the palms roll up to the ceiling. Let the fingers naturally curl. And as I leave you in Shavasana, have a wonderful, wonderful day.